168, 200, and 139. And he's giving some subnet mask. He's saying that this is the original one, and I have another one that's different from the other. Where is my... Okay, this one. Edit here. There we go. All right. So I have slash 24. You can see it here, 8 plus 8 plus 8, right? Slash 24. And I jump to 255, 255, 255. This is 8, 8, 8, and 224. 224 is how many bits extra I have here? How many bits, guys? I have 3, right? 224 is 3 bits. 128 plus 64 plus 32. So then the subnet mask for subnetting is 255, 255, 255. This is 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 224. This is 3 bits extra right here. So number of subnet bits is 3. Number of subnets. Number of subnets. How many subnets I can have? What is the formula first? Give me the formula, guys. What is the formula to calculate the number of subnets? How many subnets I can have with 3 bits? 2 power 3, good. 2 power 3, that's going to give me 8 subnets. Numbers of bits for the hosts. Number of bits for the hosts. How I can calculate that? Number of bits are for the hosts. How I can calculate that? $32 minus 27. Good. 32 minus network bits minus all the other bits, right? So here I know that I have 8 plus 8 plus 8. So this is 24 plus 3. So all those go to the network. The remaining bits are, so this is 27. The remaining bits are 32 minus 27. Okay, they're gonna give me, of course, 5. So the number of bits for the hosts are 5. Number of hosts per subnet. What is the formula for that? Number of hosts per subnet. So each subnet, how many hosts I can have, valid address in each network, in each subnetwork. Formula for that. Good, Jagjit. Okay, so it's 2 power 5 minus 2. 2 power n. So here we're going to find that it's 5. So this is n, the number of bits of hosts, and 2 power n minus 2, where n here is 5. So it's 32 minus 2. That's going to give me 30 computer or 30 valid address per each subnet. So I have 8 subnets, and in each subnet I can have 30 valid address in each one. So I can put 30 computers in each different subnet. Network ID for first subnet. First subnet is easy, right? First subnet is is easy. So let's do it stupidly, right? Dummy, following just the rules. Even if it's quickly, we can do it in our mind. But let's do it in the stupid way. So 256 minus 224, and my block size will be 32. My block size will be 32. Now, where I have to increment is in the fourth position, because here's where I have the weird number, so I need to increment in this one. Since I need to increment in this one, I need to reinitialize, so this one should equal to 0, and incrementing 32 and 32 and 32. Well, just the first one. The first one is easy, 192.168.200.0. So this is the network ID of the first one. And I'm going to need to find what is the broadcast. Well, for that, I need to know what is the network ID of the second one. So this is the first. This is the second. So this is subnet 0, first one. And the second is subnet 1. So it's going to be 192.168.232. It's just incremented here in the fourth position. Of course, the first address valid going to be 1, and the broadcast of the first one is 32 minus 1. That's going to be 31, and the last address valid will be 30 minus 1 again, right? So network ID will be 192.168.200.0. Network ID 0. First valid IP address increment in this one will give me the first IP address valid, 200.1. And the broadcast is just the one that is before the next network ID. So this is the network ID of the second here. Minus 1 will be 192.168.231. Sorry. Well, here 30. And the broadcast is 192.168.231. Right? So the broadcast is 31, 32 minus 1. And the last valid address is 31 minus 1. Again, that's going to give me the address 30. This one is easy, right? First one is easy. This one, next one is 10. 101. 99. 228. And he's saying that the subnet mask was /8 first. And after, who can tell me? Because you see here, subnet mask is weird here. 225, 225, 128. So how many bits we borrowed here? How many bits did we borrow here? 9. Good, Malhar. Yeah, of course. Right. We borrowed 9. Here it was /8, and after I added an extra 8 and 128. 128, this means in the third block here, I pushed 1. But I already pushed 8 before. Okay? I already pushed 8 before here. Okay? So it become 8 plus 9 here, right? So the subnet number of subnet bits are 9. Number of subnets is 2 power 9. That's gonna give us, I think, 512, if I'm not wrong. 2 power 9. Yeah, 512. So you're gonna have 512 subnets. And of course here it will be /17. Okay, so from 8 we jump to /17. Number of host bits. How many bits remain? 15. Good. How did you find that? Jagjit, how did you find 15? (32 minus 17). Good. So we have 32 minus 17, all the bit network here, right? That's gonna give me 15. Gonna give me 15. So the remaining bits, right? The bits that remain after the subnet mask is applied to our network, 32 minus the whole network bits are gonna give me 15. Of course, the formula now for the host bits or how many hosts or valid address. 2 what? Two power 15 minus 2. Good. So 2 power 15, the number of host bits minus 2. That's gonna give me here in my calculator, it's 32,766. Please correct me if I'm wrong, right? So this means I have 512 subnetwork or network, different network, after I did the subnetting. And in each network, I will have 32,766 valid IP address in each network, right? Network ID for the full subnet. Interesting question. But you know, we are stupid, we have rules, we're gonna follow rules. There's just a trick here that you need to know about. So, first of all, I need to know what is my subnet mask. The subnet mask is 255.128.0. Okay, where is the weird number here? This is in the third position, and it's 128. Okay, so 256 minus 128. They're going to give me 128. So I need to increment with 128 each time. Okay, where do I increment? Where do I increment? Here's my subnet mask: 255, 128.0. Where do I increment, guys? This is my block size, so I need to every time jump with 128. This is my block size. Where do I increment? In the 99. Yeah, in the 99, in the third position, you mean, right? Here. I need to increment right here. Following the rules, you know, I just following the rules. I'm just following the rules. We have rules, never change. I'm just following the rules. Okay, but what about these bits here? Did I borrow them or not? Those bits are original on my network or original on my host? The bits on the second position here. What do you mean no? Not original, of course. So those bits are borrowed also. I did push them, right? You remember my initial subnet mask was 255.0.0.0. I pushed 9, right? So this is the weird number, is on the third position. I'm gonna increment there. The role never change, right? The role never change. But those bits also, they don't belong to the network. So this part here should be reinitialized to 0. The same role that we had before, right? So this part should be reinitialized to 0 when I'm gonna start to increment. So I'm gonna start increment from 10.0.0.0, and I will increment in this position and keep going and keep going and keep going. But I need to initialize those ones because they belong to the host before, right? I just pushed them to the network part. All right, so this is network ID of the first one. Network ID of the second, 10.0.128.0. This is the second one. Third one, 10 dot dot. So if I increment 128 again here, which number I'm gonna have? If I increment again on the third position here, I'm gonna have dot 0 256.0. Is it correct? Is it correct? Because if I 28 plus 128, I'm gonna have 256. And you remember what I told you? It's just like seconds, minutes, hours, and so go on. So if I get upper or bigger than 255, what I need to do, I need to increment this one here to 1, and this one will be 0. Dot 0. All right, because if I add on the third position another 128, I will end up with 255. I will end up with 0 here and 1 here, right? 256, just like minutes, hours, and so on. So the next address, if I increment 128 at once in the third position, I'm gonna have 1.0.0. Okay, it's just pushing 60 seconds on top of 61 seconds on top of seconds. It's gonna give me 1 minute plus 1 second, something like that. All right, so I will end up with 10.1.0.0. I keep going here. 10.1.128.0. I'm incrementing again. Now we know how things work. Next one will be 2.0.0. And I can keep going. 10.2, 128.0, 10.3.0.0, and so on. Right? I can go like this till I have 255 here, right? This is going to give me like 500 something subnets, a lot of them. Well, we don't need to go there because he asked us for the fourth one. So this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. Subnet 3 is the fourth one. So this is my network ID. The network ID of the fourth one is 10.1.128.0. I need to know what is the first valid address. Easy. Just increment one more, .1, right? So all I need is to increment there. I don't need those here. I'm gonna just put this one here. So 10.2.0.0. So this is the fifth one, right? Now to be able to know what is the broadcast address, we know the role. So this one minus 1. So what is the address just before this one? Who can tell me what is the address just before this one? The address just before 10.2.0.0. The address before 10.2.0.0. Wrong. You're wrong, Malhar. Yuvraj, good. The address before this one is 10.1.255.255. If I take this one, why you guys are saying 128 here? The address before this, The address after this one is 10.1.129.0. This is the address before after this one. If I add one here, so I initialize this block here, and I push one here, right? Remember, seconds, minutes, hours, same thing. Okay. So if I add +1 to this one, I will end up with this one. So this is wrong. It's 255 here to be able to increment this one to 2. You see? So if I add one here, I initialize. Here I'm gonna have 256. I can put 256 again. So I initialize and +1 in the hours, right? Seconds, minutes, hours, same thing, right? So if I push one here, this one becomes 256. So I initialize it. I push one here. This is the rule. I will end up with the same thing. So 256, I can put it there. So I initialize, I push one on the next one. It become 2. So the address before the fifth network ID is 10.1.255.255. And since I know the broadcast, this one minus 1 is easy, right? It's 10.1.255.254. Okay, so this is the subnet that we have on this exercise. Okay, this is all the subnet that we have on this exercise. Be careful with these addresses. I don't understand why you people put 128 here. 128.255 plus 1 gonna give me 10.1.129, and I initialize here, right? So if I need to know what is the one that is before 2.0.0, I need to know how I tell this 2 here. This means before I had 256, right? So it's something 255 if I let it 1. But even this 256, how I did get it, so this one pushed 1 here, so it's 255, right? Be careful. Be careful. Next one. All right, 172. 22. 32. 12. So it's saying that we have /16 before, right? See it? Here we go. 8 plus 8. And we end up with a slash. How many bits we have here on extra? 3. Good. So I will end up with slash. If I had 3 bits on extra, slash 19. Good. Chagdi. Slash 19. My subnet mask is clear and easy. 255, 255. 224.0. I already have that weird number here. I will go with the rules always, right? Not complicated, just following the rules. I'll never be lost if you follow the rules that I give you one by one. So I need the subnet mask. I already have it. Here we go. 256 minus 224 is 32. This is my block size. All right. This is my block size. So block size 32. Where I need to increment? Which position I need to increment? The third one, right? Here we go. So I need to increment here. This is the weird number is in the third position. Okay, so let's go for it. He's asking for the second network ID, not so far. 22.0.0.172. 22.32.0. Well, this is the first one, this second one. I'm gonna need the third one to generate the broadcast of the second one and the last address. So I'll keep going one more time here. 172.2.2.64.0. That's enough, right? Okay, so we said that we have 3 bits for subnet. 2 power 3 is 8 subnets. How many subnets, how many bits I have for the hosts? How many bits I have for the hosts? How did you find that? How did you find that, Malhar? How did you find that, Just Karan? 32 minus 19. So the bits that remain, I'm always looking for the bits that remain. I need to know 32 minus 19. Of course, I will end up with 13, right? So the bits for the hosts are 13. Okay. Now, if I want to know how many computer or valid address I have per each subnet, what gonna be the formula? Formula for number of hosts per subnets. 2 power 13 minus 2. Good, Jagjit. Right. So I already have n here for the hosts. The 2 power the number of bits of hosts minus 2. And you will end up, if you do the math, with 8,190, if I didn't do a mistake, right? I end up with this number. So I will have 8 sub networks, and in each one I can tell 8,190 computer valid IP address in each one. All right, 10 separated networks, sub networks, and in each one I will have tell 8,190 IP valid for a device or computer. Okay. Second network ID, we already get it. Here we go, 172.22.32.0. Okay, so this is the first, this is subnet 0, this is the subnet 1, sorry. So this is the first and this is the second. It's asking for the second. First valid address, easy. I just need to increment the network ID. 22.32.1. Address, I'm gonna need to know what is the address just before this one, right? So who can tell me what is the address just before this one? To generate the broadcast address of the second, I will need to know this one minus 1. Good, Jagjit. Come on, the others, wake up. 64.0 minus 1. Good, Toyash. Come on, come on. We don't have just Jagjit and Toyash in the classroom. Come on, the others. Just Karan, good. People, wake up. Harmander, good. I'm waiting for your answers. This one minus 1. What is the address right before this one? Mansi, good. Bharat, good. Good, Davinder. Good. Come on, 10 people in the classroom? Me too, good. Simple question. Wake up, wake up. Simple question. What is the address before this one? Rajvansh, good. So we have 15 students in the class. Sheikh, good, good, good. Come on, one or two others more. Come on, come on, come on. The people that they are hiding. Where are you? The address right before this one. Good, Malhar, good. All right, so the address before this one is 63.255. Because if I push one bit here extra, I will end up with 256. So I'm going to reinitialize here and push that bit here. I will get 64, right? So the address before 64.0 is the 63.255. Good, Nupur. Baljinder, good. Right? So this is the address right before. I just figure out what is my broadcast address, 172.22. And yeah, where am I? 22.63.255. Now the last address is easy. I just need to -1 again on this one. We'll get 22.63.250.254. Next one. All right, I have 192, 168, 245. It's just a random address. And I had /24 at first. And after I have 24, 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus how many bits I have here? 252. 252. How many bits I have here? How many bits do I have here? Good, Jagjit. Good. Come on, come on, come on. The others. Yeah. All right. A lot of answers here, and they are all correct. Of course, we're going to have 6 bits. 128 plus 64, 192, plus 32, 224, plus 16, 240, plus 8, 248, plus 4, 252. So I'm adding 6 extra bits from the host and pushing them to the network, right? From this /20, 24, I'm getting to 255, 255, 255, 252. So I'm pushing 6 here. I will end up with a /30, /30. Good. I already have the weird number. And I'm dummy, stupid, Hamza, just following the rule. 252. Are you gonna give me 4? This is my block size. Where I need to increment the block size? Where I need to increment the block size? Good, Bharat, good. Where I need to increment the block size? The last one, me too. I'm gonna see 4th one. Yeah, good. So we need to increment in this position. Here's where I have my weird number. Increment with what? With 4. This is my block size, right? This is my BS. Okay, let's take the address and increment. 192, 168, 1.0, 4, 8, 12, and so go on. 16. We don't need all those. All we need is the first one. So the first one is this one. Here we go. All right, let's answer. Number of subnet bits. Number of subnet bits is 6. We said that we have 6 bits, right? How many subnet could I have? 2 power 6, that gonna give me 64. Number of host bits. Number of host bits. Easy, 2. That's it. 32 minus 30, right? I need to know what is the bits, the remaining bits, right? So the remaining bits from all this 32 sequence of IPv4, I have 30 that they do the job of the network. How many still there for the host? 2 bits, right? From 30 to 32. So 2 bits still for the hosts. Number of hosts per subnet. What is the formula? Number of hosts per subnet. 2 power 2 minus 2. Good. That's going to give me 2. So I have here, this is a special network, right? This is a special subnet. As you can see, I have 64 subnet, and in each subnet I have just two IP address, 2 IP address valid. For what we use those kind of networks? Who want to have a network that have just 2 IP addresses, valid ones? Who can give me an example here? All I need is 2 addresses. All I need is two addresses. PAN? No. Not at all. Private. They are all private, those ones. We are talking about the private usually, but well, it depends on the X that we have here. But this one is private. It's 192.168. Right? Which kind of network I can use a network where I have just 2 valid address? In which situations I'm going to need this? Come on, people, wake up, wake up. Come on. Where should I use the network that I have 2 valid address available? That's it, no more. No idea. Come on. This is a point-to-point connection. This is a point-to-point connection. A connection where I have, for example, a router connected to a router with a serial cable. All I need is 2 address. That's it, right? So I will not put the Dav in there. One will become gateway and other will become host. Computer like ESP provide dedicated senior. Yeah, this is a point-to-point, right? So you give one specific example in the wall logic about it. The wall logic is the point-to-point ones, right? Point-to-point. When I have just a one single link between one router to another router, or as Davinder said here, for example, a gateway to distribute the to the host, that link coming from the ESP is point to point on the router, right? So I don't need more extra addresses, and even by security, so I don't let anybody try to use any address here available, right? So I will let just these 2 addresses available. That's it. Nobody can use any extra IP address in this segment from here to here, right? So this is more a point-to-point connection. Point-to-point connection, right? Okay. So network ID of the first, it's on front of us, 168.1.0. First valid address, easy, just increment by 1.1.1. And I need to know what is the network ID of the next to be able to generate what is the broadcast. Well, broadcast is 4 minus 1 is 3, right? 192.168.1.3, and of course the last valid address in my network 1.2. And as you can see, I have just two valid addresses, the 1 and the 2. Okay. This is network ID 0 and the broadcast is 3. When I jump to 4, I'm already in another network. I'm already in the next subnet. Next one. Okay, I have 128, 107, 0, 55. This is a tricky one here. What is this? See, here is saying 255, 255.0.0. And after we have 255, 255, 255. Right, so I jumped from /16 to /24. So this is mainly from class. That's it. So I went from class 1 and I just applied a class C, or jumped from class B, sorry. So this is class B. So I jumped from class B to class C. So I have an address of class B and I subnetted with the subnet mask of class C. But the good news is it's exactly the same role that I need to keep and work. You know, I told you from the beginning, I'm stupid. I have roles. I just follow the rules. I will never be lost, right? Here we go. Where we pushed here. How many bits did we push? Come on, people. How many bits did we push? 8. That's it. So we pushed one block, right? One block. We pushed the wall block of the class C. It was for host, that third block here. See, the third block, it was for host here. We pushed it to the network. We pushed all the wall block. Good. Number of subnets. 2 power what? Number of subnets, 2 power what? Jagjit. Come on. Take it back. Take it back, Jagjit. Yes, okay. All right. You made me scared, right? Why the hell -2? We are not dealing with the hosts here. We're dealing just with subnets. There's no -2. Why you need to subtract the broadcast and the network ID? We're not here. We're not on the host. We are just on the subnet. So it's 2 power 8. That's it. There's no minus here. Just 2 power 8. And 2 power 8, that's gonna give me oh god. My brain is not functioning anymore. 256, yeah. 256. Number of bit hosts is, yeah, it's 255 plus 0. I told you, I'm just we have 255 and the situation of 0 here is 256. We don't even need to do 2 power 8. Number of host bits. Number of host bits. How many bits remain here from this 24? Good, Jagjit. How many bits for the hosts? Come on. Wake up, people. I'm not alone here. How many bits I have for the hosts? Good, Harmander. Good. People are saying here 8. Of course, it's 32 minus 24. All the fourth block here, still for the hosts, right? You see here, it's for the host. This is my 8 bits, right? Number of hosts, 2 power 8 minus 2. I'm gonna have 254 computer in each. So 2 power 8 minus 2 here. I'm gonna have 250 for computer per subnet. So I'm gonna have 256 network starting from 0 in the third block here. The network 0, the network 1, the network 2, the network 3, tell the network 255. Gonna give me 256, 255 plus 0 plus 1 of the 0 situation. It's gonna give me 256. And in each one, I can loop here from zero to 254, from 1 to 254. So I have 254 computer, because in each situation I need to subtract the 0 and 255, 0 and 255, 0 and 255 in each network. So I will have 254 computer in each one right here. Okay, the sixth network ID. Where do I increment? Where do I increment, guys? Here's my subnet mask, 255, 255, 255.0. The third. Why the third? No weird number here. Yeah, good, Malhar. No weird number here. Why the third, Jagjit? Why you? It's correct. But what did you say the third here? Why? Borrowed bits from the third block. What if I borrowed 2 blocks? What if I borrowed here from 255 to 55000 and I end up with this one, 255 255? What I'm gonna do in this case? Why the third? Why the third? No idea. He's honest. At least he answered. At least, compared to all the other sleeping people, at least he said no idea. But he's trying to contribute. Come on, anybody have another idea? Because IP is B class. Not really. Here, guys, we need to correct something. Since we have those situations, we can have a better role now where to increment. We can have a better role than looking for that weird number. We can have the real meaning and the real role that we need to follow. So we always increment technically the correct one. It's not we increment on the weird number, because the weird number is on almost all the situation. But we can see here, so we can jump from one class to another class. It's just a classless subnetting here, a classless subnetting. The seeder are still B and C, as you can see here, B and C. So we're still in the classes, but we just tricked one class with the mask of another class. All right. So the right definition where to increment is on the block where we have the last subnet bit, right? So I'm gonna explain myself. If I have, for example, 255, 224, 0, 0. So if I do this with bits, right? Where do I increment? Here's the weird number. Now I forget that role. I put the real one, right? I increment in the block where I have the last bit of subnet. There you go. You see the last bit of subnet? Where is it? Is on the second block. So I need to increment here. Now, if we apply that rule for our situation, so this is the bits, right? I don't care. I don't care what is the number. Maybe it's 224, maybe it's 256, maybe it's 2 whatever. It's 255 here. Where is that last bit of subnet? Is here. So I need to increment in this one. Third one. Right. Why? So where's the subnet bits here? The subnet bits are here. Why? Because of we jumped from 255 to 255 to 255 to 255 to 255. But imagine if here I give you this. Here it is. 10. Right? You see? 255 and 255, 255, 255. Where the hell I'm gonna know where to increment? It's 888. But here is all the subnet bits in this situation here. So we jumped from class A to class C. Here is all the bits. What is the last bit of the subnet bit? Where is it? Where is it? The last bit of the subnet bit? It's on the third, right? So I increment on the third. That's it, right? So now we have more precise role for that. We don't look for the weird number because sometimes we don't have weird number. We have just number 255, right? Regular subnet mask numbers. And we need to know where is the last bit of the subnet. On that last bit, we see which block we are, we increment on it. Is it clear for everyone? Right? Because this situation is really confusing here. It's class A, 255, and I pushed 16. I have the right to do that, right? I pushed 16, so it's 8 and 8. How I know that I have to increment here or here? It's just two equal blocks and without any weird number on them. Okay, so I need to know what is the last bit here. Where is the last bit of subnet? In which block? That's it. Okay, so let's keep going here with our sixth subnet. So we're going to increment, of course, here on the third position. This is where we have the last bit of subnet. So the third position. What is my block size here? Block size is stupid, right? 256 minus 255, right? So I take that number. It's not weird. It's 255, but minus that one, minus the number where I have the last bit of subnet. So my block size basically is 1 here. So I need to increment with 1. 128, 107, right? So this is my initial. Right? So I need to increment on the third position. So this is 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. 3, 0, 6, 0, and so on. Well, I already have the sixth one here. This is the sixth network ID, right? So here, this is the seventh one. Okay, seventh one. I put 7. All right, 6.0. Okay, so yeah, where am I? 128. Yeah, 8 bits, 8 bits, and the sixth one, sixth subnet, or the subnet number 5. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So the sixth network ID, 128, sorry, and 107.5.0. First address valid in this network, of course, is easy. 128. I just increment .5.1. And to know what is the last address, I need to know what is the broadcast. To know what is the broadcast, I need to know what is the next network ID. So the seventh network ID here is 6.0. What is the address before this one? Come on, tell me. What is the address before 6.0? Good, Jagjit, good. Come on, come on, come on. I need everybody telling me the answer. Everybody, try it. Good, Malhar. Come on, come on, come on, come on, people. This one minus 1 is easy. Good, Shiv. Good, Davinder. Good. Come on, I don't have 5 people in the classroom. Good. Mitwa. Good. Meet. Good, good. Yuvraj. Sheikh. Toyesh. Good. Abhinav. Good. 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 So, okay. Everyone is saying here, is saying that the address, sorry, 6.0, the address before this one is 255. So if I'm gonna add 1, I will reinitialize to 0, but I'm gonna have 256. So I need to push that bit here, and I will end up with a 6 here, right? So 6.255. 6.255. So this is my broadcast address is 128.107 6.255. And of course, the last valid address is 254. It's just this one. This one. Sorry. What I'm doing here. 5. Sorry, it's 5. So 128.107.5.254. Right. So this one plus 1, I will get 255, and 255 plus 1, I will get 6.0. Right. So this one will be reinitialized because it's 256, and this one will increment to 6. Right. Last one. So please don't forget after to take the attendance at 10:30, right? Should be open on the next 30 minutes. We have here 192, 135, 250, 180, 180. And we had slash 24, and we end up with slash how many? We have 248 here. How many bits did I add? How many bits did I add? Come on, come on, come on, people. How many bits did I push here? Good, Mitwa, good. Come on, the bits that I pushed from this subnet mask to this subnet mask, from the host to the network are 5. 5, good, good. Okay, so I have 5 bits. 5 bits. 2 power 5 is 32. So I have 32 subnet. 32 subnet, right? 32 subnet. So since I had here 24 and I pushed 5, I will end up with 20, 29, 24 plus 5, right? 24 plus 5. How many bits I have for the host? If I end up with slash 29, how many bits I still have for the host? Good. Everybody is saying 3. Good, good. How did we find 3? It's 32 minus 29. That's it. It's equal to 3. All right. All right. So we have 3 bits that remain for the host. 3 bits remain for the host part. Number of hosts per subnet. Number of hosts per subnet. What is the formula? How I can get that? Number of hosts per subnet. Mitwa. Jagjit, good. Yeah, okay. Malhar says 6. How did you find that, Malhar? It's correct, but how did you find it? Pawanpreet, you're missing something. Pawanpreet, you're missing something. Here, we are dealing with the hosts. Good, Meet, good. Toyesh, correct. Bharat, correct. Where's Pawanpreet? Pawanpreet, correct what you missed here. I'm waiting. Bharat, good. Shiv, good. Pawanpreet, -2, yeah. So don't forget the -2, please. Okay? It's not the host anymore here. It's not the subnet anymore. We are with the host. So we need to subtract the network ID and this 2 situation. We need to put them away, right? The broadcast and the network ID. So we need that -2. And what is n in the formula is 3. We just find that we have 3 bits for the hosts. So it's 2 power 3 -2. They're going to give me 8 -2. It's equal 6, right? So the number of hosts per subnet are 6. So I have 32 subnets, and in each subnet I have 6 computer valid address or 6 devices IP address available on each one, right? On each one, I can put 6 addresses or 6 devices. I can allow 6 devices to work in each network. And how many network? 32. Okay, 32. So I subdivided my whole network here, the /24, to 32 smaller network of 6 computers in each one. All right. So my subnet mask is 2.48. Easy. This is the fourth. Let's tape it 255. 255. Right. This is the word number, or this is the last bit of the correct way. We just saw that, right? So this is the last bit of subnet is in this one. So I need to take this number, 256 minus 248. I will end up with 8. Right. This is my block size. This is my block size. So the block size is 8. Where do I increment? Where do I increment? Which position? The fourth one. Good. Here is the last bit of subnet is on the fourth field or the fourth block. So I need to increment on the fourth one. Let's increment. Of course, we're gonna start by 0. 8, 16, 24, 30. Well, my brain is locked here. 30. No, I'm missing something. 16. Yeah, 24. And 32. Oh my God. 40. 48. 56. And 64. And 72. And 90. And so on. Well, here, if I'm looking for the 9th one, I know that I have the 0, right? If he tell me look for the number 9, right? The subnet 9, subnet 9. So this is subnet 0, subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3, subnet 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So is he telling me that you need to know? No, I'm just showing you that we can do it faster, right? We don't need to increment one by one by one by one by one like this one. Right? Yeah, 80 here, sorry. Right. So I don't need to do it one by one by one by one here. Or let's try to figure out when we have some the role when we have some higher number here. Imagine if he asked me for the number 20, I will not go tell 20, right? So if he's saying find the number, the subnet 9, all I need is to take the block size times 9. That's it, right? The block size times 9, I will end up with this one. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, this is 72. So I can find it quickly, right? This is subnet number 9. But he told us the network ID of the 9th. So the 9th, including the 0, I will end up with in this one. So I need to subtract 1 from the 9th here, right? So it's 8. 8 times 8. I will find 64. That's it. Okay, so we can do it quickly. We don't need to. So if he's asking me, for example, the 20th here, well, I need to take 8 times 19, and I will find out which one. Right. Without it. If he asks me, for example, the 11 one, right? The 11 is 8 times 10, sorry. And so go on and so go on. So if the number is bigger, we can use math for that, right? You don't need to increment every time. Also, if he asks you the 11 subnet, this is good. But if he asks you the number 11, the subnet 11, well, you need just to take 8 times 11. You don't subtract 1, right? because this is first, second, this is subnet 0, subnet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So you just take 8 times 11, okay? But the 11th one, so you start from this one. But usually on the books and CCNA exam or whatever, they will always work with subnet 0, subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3, right? So you don't need to subtract that. So they will not ask you questions like this sometimes. They will not ask you the question like this. They will tell you network ID of subnet 9, right? This is not complicated. 8 times 9. And you're going to find it. Okay. All right. So our network ID is the one with the 6064. So 192, 135, 250, 64. This is our network ID. Of course, first address valid is just to increment 1 to that 64. We will have 135, 250, and 65. This is the first valid address. To be able to find what is the 9th or the subnet 8, right? We need to know what is the network ID of the next one. Network ID of the next one is 72, right? So -1, we will find the broadcast here. It becomes 70, 71, 192, 135, 250, 71. And of course, the last address valid on the subnet 8. So on the subnet 8 is, or the 9th one, is 192, 135, 250, 70. Okay, this is the last address. All right. And we finished with this. I'm gonna give you some work to do, guys. Please don't forget, in 20 minutes, go and take the second attendance. So I'll give you a lab here and some review with the first chapter that we did here. And there is some subnetting also. Please go and download the document that I just opened for you in Moodle. It's called Lab DHCP Routing Review Wireless. You guys are going to need 2 servers and 2 clients, right? 2 servers and 2 clients. In the first subnet, you have to work, you do a DHCP. So this is a DHCP server, and this is a router. This one should route the information, right? So it's not the same server who is working as a router than the one that is working on DHCP. Of course, in this one, you're going to have 2 scopes, 2 different scopes. You can do it with VLANs, right? You can do it with VLANs if you want. You don't need to do 2 switches. Now we know how to work with 1 switch, 2 different VLANs is okay. But if you do 2 switches, is okay. Tomorrow we're going to do it with VLANs if it's complicated for you. So when we're going to correct it tomorrow, you will see that it's exactly the same. So you can put 1 switch here with 2 different VLANs if you want. Okay? So we have client 1. This is the network ID. This is the subnet of this zone here. So we have 2 networks, right? 2 networks, one here and one side. And you need to route them. So you ping this computer with this one. Through what? Through this router. But the IPs are dynamic, and they are coming from this DHCP server to this side and this side. Okay, what he's saying here, he's saying that this network is 172.16.x. X is your lab ID, right? .0/25. He's telling you you need to take the second subnet and you apply it on this scoop, on this side. And in this, you have 192.168.x.0/28. You need to take the 4th subnet and you build a scoop of DHCP on this side. And after that, you configure your router, you configure your 003 default gateway here that you should take from each scoop And finally, the result, this computer should ping this computer, right? You have till tomorrow at 8:30 to submit this lab here, okay? Because tomorrow we're going to start doing the correction of this lab, and after we will do the theoretical chapter of VPN quickly, right? Lab ID in client name. Yeah, you put here X1 and X2, and X server is lab ID, X server 2. Of course, I just forgot here. Client X1, client X2. X2, yeah, 2 or 3. It's okay. It's just show your XID lab number. But the purpose of this lab is to be able to ping from this computer to this computer through this router. This is a server and this is a server. You have two servers. One is playing the role of DHCP and the other one is playing the role of a router. After you just answer those questions. So this is the research, right? We're going to talk about it tomorrow. FLSM versus VLSM. Okay. Fixed length subnet mask versus variable length subnet mask. Because tomorrow we're going to talk about this. Now we know this, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to add some new formula about just logic. It's easy, nothing complicated. The most important part is this one. If you really understand it, those tables that we corrected together, if you understand that, everything is okay. This is VLSM. This is how we work here in reality. So we add just another thing here. Variable length, subnet mask, subnetting. So you put a definition here. What is the differences between? And after he's asking you some questions here, given the mask 255, 255, 255, 254, how many subnets, how many hosts, how many subnets in this one, how many hosts in this one, given the prefix /25, what is the subnet mask, at which frequency 802.11b device operate, what is the maximum data rate of the B, which frequency, maximum data rate of G, A, data rate of A, is the 802.11 standard backward compatible with B or not, the N, which frequency operate, maximum data rate of N, at which frequency AC device operate, and AC data rate. What is the WAP? How does the range of Yagi antenna compare to Omni antenna? In what scenario would you use Yagi antenna? In what scenario will you use an Omni antenna, right? So screenshot, you submit it, you have till tomorrow at 8:30 before the class start. Tomorrow what we're going to do, we're going to start correcting this lab together quickly, all right? And after we will go to the next chapter, VPN, that is theoretical in there. We're going to talk about it, about security and encryption and those stuff. So this is what we're going to see mainly tomorrow on that theoretical part. Next week we will finish the course. We will do the third part, the WAN technology, wide area network technology, on Saturday. Maybe giving you some other lab, or I will give you the project, the final project of the semester, that you're going to work on it on the next till the exam. Of course, Sunday, the people who failed TBC, they will be with me for the retake. Do you have any question, guys? Do you have any question? Or otherwise, I'm going to let you go work. In 15 minutes, please take your attendance online. Don't forget about it. If you have any question, please welcome. Ask your question, or I'm going to let you go and work. Please, when you do the subnetting here in the lab, organize yourself, right? Organize yourself. Try to take a paper and put the addresses, put the default gateway, the address you have here, put it on visual, so you will not have conflict, right? Put it on visual. Don't let everything in your mind. Calculate first your subnets. What is the second subnet? All the range, and calculate what is the fourth subnet of this one. All the range. Right? And after you take a paper, you put this computer and write, what is the address that you're going to give here? What is the address that you're going to give here? What is the address that you're going to give here? What is the address that you're going to give here? What is the range of your first scope? What is the range of the second scope? So you will have it in front of you. You will not do a mistake. Okay? You will not do a mistake. Of course, this should be static addresses and this should be static addresses, right? They are servers, they should be static. It's just the clients that they take addresses from this DHCP. This is a server. So you need to put your addresses statically here and address static here. From where? This one from this subnet, this one from this subnet, and this one here from this subnet, and this one here from this subnet. And of course, you just configure your router after you point your clients to the right default gateway. I don't know which address is the default gateway. Think about it. We did it before. And after these two clients should ping without any problem. Any other question, any whatever. We're good, we're good, we're good. 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2/24, 1. All right, no question. Guys, focus, practice. Last sprint, right? Last module. So you're almost there. Work, practice, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. We will start correcting this lab together, right? Submit it before tomorrow 8:30. See you guys. Have a good one. Here you go.